Welcome to Woodstown In Focus for April 2022. I'm Juliana Gradascione, along with Jada Brown, Hannah Ashfield, and Johnny Morrissey.
Each show, Woodstown In Focus highlights the students and staff at Woodstown High School and what they're doing.
On this episode, we take a look at the spring musical and what it takes to put together the production, and the swim team's journey to success the past season.
We'll also see Miss Williams and her involvement in the community.
But first, one of the school's highly successful winter sports season teams was girls basketball. Led by Riley Fulmer scoring her 1,000th career point, they reached the semifinals of the playoffs. Here's Ava Galan with the report.
The girls basketball team has had a very successful season, going 21-7, and made it to the South Jersey Group 1 semifinals. Brandon Lyons became head coach in 2018 and has brought his team a long way. This year was the first year the girls basketball team won the Tri-County Diamond Division Championship since 1974.
So last year and in previous years, you have maybe one or two shooters, that really you can rely on to hit a shot, but all of a sudden, like this year, you have 4 players, sometimes 5 players on the court.
Mr. Brandon Lyons believes the team will continue their success in the future and is confident that his returning players will follow in this year's footsteps.
We believe wholeheartedly that we're going to be able to compete as well as we did last year, this year. Not only are we going to get in some new freshmen, but we have a lot of our returning players coming back who are a part of our core this year.
Riley Fulmer has been a 4-year varsity starter as a guard. Her contributions to the team has helped in winning their first Tri-Conference Diamond Division Championship in 48 years for Woodstown. Riley also hit her 1,000th point this season, which was a goal she has been striving for her entire career.
I just felt a big sense of relief when I made that free throw because it's something that I've been striving for as long as I've been playing basketball, and I couldn't have done it without the support from my teammates and coaches and family.
Riley's dad has also been an important figure in Riley's basketball career, and having him as a coach has greatly impacted her.
Having my dad as one of my coaches for all these years has been something really special that not a lot of players get to experience, and he just always pushes me really hard to be the best that I can be, and I'm just so thankful that I've had him by my side through all of it.
Freshman guard TALIA BATTAVIO joined the team this year, averaging 9.2 points per game. She also has goals for herself in the future seasons as well.
I hope to score 1,000 points and for us to win a Group 1 division.
Congrats to the girls basketball team and their successful season. We'll have to make sure to watch out for the girls in their upcoming year and hoping they accomplish even more. For Woodstown In Focus, I'm Ava Galan.
The annual spring musical takes a lot of work to produce. This year they performed Dear Edwina. Matt Preston reports.
The spring musical is a magical event for the whole community, and what many people may not see is the immense amount of work they put into creating it. This year's musical is no exception. Endless hours of work go into the music, and especially this year, with the difficulties from COVID, they have worked endlessly on the blocking and the choreography to make a wonderful experience for the community in a different setting.
Oh, there was a lot to go into that process this year. We weren't sure where we were going to be performing. So because of COVID, there was a big spike back in November when we had to decide whether or not we would be inside or outside. And we decided to postpone and go outside.
The production itself is very creative and new compared to the past big productions.
We'll be doing Dear Edwina. It's a great show to do outside because it takes place in a little girl's driveway in front of her garage, which is very much like the space that we're going to be in.
Beyond that, the community built inside of the musical is not one that is quickly forgotten by those involved. WILLOW SURRAN, who is one of the leads in the musical, gives us a tell all on the musical experience.
And yeah, it's really nice to be in a space filled with like-minded people.
The audition process is very unique to each person. WILLOW SURRAN will give us a step-by-step guide on the audition process to be casted in the musical.
You rehearse a song that's about a minute long in duration. You come up onto the stage in front of a few people, and you perform the song. And if you wanted, you could recite a monologue. And sometimes there are questions that the director asks based on what role they see you fit for. But otherwise, you just perform and then you're done.
There are many ways you can help the musical and drama club, whether you are in the musical or not. There are opportunities for you to support the amazing group.
If you are looking for ways to get involved, you can join the crew or come out and audition to be in a show next year.
All the people involved in creating this masterpiece put their all into it and perfected it until it was perfect. For Woodstown In Focus, I'm Matthew Preston.
Do you know which science teacher here leads a Boy Scout and a Girl Scout troop? Well, it's Miss Williams. She's pretty involved in helping out her community. ALYSSA CALABRESE takes a closer look.
Many teachers here at Woodstown High School are very involved outside of their classrooms. Some teachers work a second job, and others volunteer within their own community. Mrs. Williams teaches ecology and AP environmental science at WHS. Outside of her classroom, she leads 2 scout troops and goes on trips with her family.
Outside of school, my life pretty much emulates what I teach in the classroom. So I'm heavily involved in Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts as a leader in both organizations. As a family, we do a lot of camping. We spend a lot of time outside.
Mrs. Williams likes to give her scout troops opportunities to do things they wouldn't normally have a chance to do. She involves her scout troops in several outdoor activities, including hiking, rock climbing, kayaking, and surfing. Mrs. Williams also leads her troops in service projects.
We've done like road cleanups, and we raise money for the animal shelter and different groups in the area. Like one time we made sandwiches for homeless people in the area.
Mrs. Williams enjoys being a scout leader because she gets to spend more time with her kids. Both of her kids are also involved in band. Just last year, Mrs. Williams became the president of the Woodstown High School Band Boosters.
We do a lot to help support the band program here at this, all of the band programs actually here at the high school, both monetarily, so by fundraising, and then also just help organizing and getting kids where they need to be.
As Teacher of the Year for the 2020-2021 school year, Mrs. Williams was offered an opportunity to go tandem skydiving with the U.S. Army.
The opportunity presented itself, and I couldn't think of any reasons not to do it. So that kind of led me to the point where, well, if I don't take an opportunity to do this, then I might regret not doing it. But most of the things that I regret in my life aren't things that I did, they're things that I didn't do.
Thank you, Mrs. Williams, for always being such a great role model in and outside of the classroom. For Woodstown In Focus, I'm ALYSSA CALABRESE.
The swim team was another one of our successful winter sports, and they made history, going undefeated and winning the school's first sectional title. Here's ELISE SPERRY with more.
Woodstown High School swim team had a very successful season this year. Despite the many challenges and new experiences the swimmers faced, they were able to win several notable titles. With not enough boys to fill a full team, they combined with the girls' team. Coach KIERAN Kaiser led the newly co-ed team to a number of victories this winter.
So we had a very successful season, probably the most successful in school history. We won the Tri-County Classic Division for the 4th time in a row on the girls' side and the 2nd year in a row on the boys' side. We finished undefeated in that regular season at 9-0.
But the swim team's success didn't stop with a Classic Division crown as they surged into the South Jersey Group C Championship.
We continued that streak into the playoffs and continued with the #1 seed in South Jersey Group C, and then completed our season off with winning the first sectional title in Woodstown's swimming history.
After earning the title of South Jersey Group C sectional champions, the team was beyond thrilled that all their hard work had paid off.
It was so exciting because we worked all year for that meet in particular. Being a bigger co-ed team, our meets weren't as competitive, so it just gave us something to look forward to and make school history for the first time.
Many swimmers had individual accomplishments as well. Senior Patrick Clemente went to the meet of champs, and his brother, Captain Andrew Clemente, reached 100 career wins. It was a moment in his career that he had only ever dreamed of.
I didn't think it was possible to start the season just because of how many wins I had. I didn't have as many as one would think they would have going into their senior year with that possibility. And then looking at the numbers about halfway through the season, we realized it was possible, so I just went after every race to try and win it.
The team also had a couple of postseason honors. Andrew was named to the All-Area team in the 200 individual medley, and Mr. Kaiser was named South Jersey Times Coach of the Year.
Again, a humbling moment. I think, they do a Team of the Year. I was really hopeful that we were going to be Team of the Year. I think that would have been more deserving, but I am humbled for sure. It was a team effort this year. It was the the late practices and the work ethic that we have in meets and practices that really carried our team into the playoffs. It's the drive, the determination, and the work ethic of our team that really sets us apart from everyone else.
Ultimately, the team's amazing performance this past season is one that will be remembered by both the swimmers and the school for years to come. For Woodstown in Focus, I'm ELISE SPERRY.
And that's it for this month's Woodstown in Focus.
We hope you enjoyed our show.
There's one more show left for our class, which premieres next month.
For the entire Woodstown in Focus team, I'm Gigi. See you next time.